The first golden light of morning spilled over the hills like warm honey, turning the wheat fields into waves of fire. In the quiet village of Elderbrook, roosters crowed, a cartwheel creaked somewhere, and the smell of fresh bread floated from chimneys as if the whole place was waking up slowly, without hurry. But inside a small stone cottage at the edge of the village, Leon woke up with hurry in his chest and laziness in his bones. He lay on the narrow bed, staring at the wooden ceiling beam, listening to his mother's footsteps in the kitchen. She always moved gently, like she didn't want to disturb the world. "Leon," she called, soft but firm. "The sun is already up." Leon pulled the blanket over his head. "5 more minutes, Mama." From the next room came the sound of a child giggling. His little sister Elsa was already awake. She was only 8, but she acted like she had a secret agreement with morning itself. Their mother, Marta, stepped into Leon's room. Her hair was tied back, and flour dusted her hands. "You promised your father you'd help in the field today." Leon sighed. "I will. Later." Marta didn't shout. She never shouted. She simply looked at him with tired eyes that held love, worry, and a quiet kind of disappointment that felt heavier than anger. "Later is a word that steals," she said, almost whispering. "It steals days." Leon turned his face away, pretending not to hear. Outside, the village was alive. A golden mist floated above the river. Birds stitched the air with soft songs. And far across the field, Leon's father Hugo worked alone, cutting weeds and checking the soil. His shoulders looked broader than ever, but Leon didn't notice that they were also slightly bent now. Leon told himself, "I'm young. I have time." He always did. That afternoon, Leon finally walked to the field, slowly, as if the path would wait forever. He carried a shovel, dragging it through grass. When he reached Hugo, the older man wiped sweat from his forehead and forced a smile. "There you are," Hugo said. Leon shrugged. "I came." Hugo's smile didn't last. "When you came is also important." Leon rolled his eyes, pushing the shovel into the soil. "It's just farm work, Father. We're not saving the world." Hugo didn't argue. He simply looked at the land the way someone looks at a child they love deeply, someone they hope will understand one day. Later, as they walked back, they passed a tiny cottage near the old oak tree. An elderly man sat outside, carving a piece of wood. His hands moved slowly, but his eyes were sharp like morning frost. That was Mr. Benedict, the village's oldest man. People said he had seen wars, winters, and the rise and fall of entire families. Some called him wise. Some called him strange. Leon mostly called him boring. Mr. Benedict lifted his head. "Leon." Leon stopped, surprised. "Yes." Mr. Benedict pointed at the sky. "Beautiful evening." Leon nodded. "Yeah." The old man held up the wooden piece he was carving. It was a small pocket watch, carefully shaped, even though it couldn't tick. "I'm making this for Elsa," he said. Leon smirked. "A fake watch?" Mr. Benedict smiled softly. "Not fake. A reminder." Leon didn't understand, and he didn't ask. The next morning came again with golden light, warm and gentle, like the world forgiving everyone for yesterday. Leon, however, woke late again. When he finally rushed out, he found his mother sitting at the table, hands clasped. Elsa was unusually quiet, drawing circles on a piece of paper. "What happened?" Leon asked. Marta's voice trembled. "Your father, he collapsed in the field." Leon froze. Collapsed. They said it was exhaustion. His heart, it struggled. She swallowed. He's alive, but he must rest. Leon felt his throat go dry. "Where is he?" "At home," Marta said. "In bed." Leon walked into the small bedroom. Hugo lay under a blanket, skin pale, eyes half open. When he saw Leon, he tried to lift his hand. Leon sat beside him, suddenly unable to speak. Hugo's voice came weak. "Don't look at me like that, son." Leon's eyes burned. "Why didn't you tell me you were tired?" Hugo gave a small, broken laugh. I did. Every day. With my shoulders, with my breath, with my silence. Leon's chest tightened. He wanted to say I'm sorry, but the words got stuck behind regret. Hugo continued, I always thought I had more time to teach you. But time doesn't ask permission. Leon looked at his father's cracked hands that had carried the family, season after season. He realized those hands were not invincible. They were just human, and time had been quietly taking pieces of them. For the next few weeks, Leon worked the field alone. At first, he struggled. The shovel felt heavier. The sun felt harsher. The work never ended, and he understood why his father had come home silent. Marta helped where she could, balancing cooking, cleaning, and caring for Hugo. Elsa fetched water, carried small bundles of firewood, and tried to act brave. One evening, after a long day, Leon sat on the doorstep, sweaty and tired. Golden light stretched across the village, and shadows grew longer. Elsa sat beside him, swinging her feet. Leon. Yes. Do you think father will get better? Leon swallowed. I hope so. Elsa pulled out something from her pocket. The wooden pocket watch Mr. Benedict had carved. She held it like it was treasure. He said I should keep this, Elsa said. He told me, the hands don't move, but life does. Leon stared at it. The smooth wood, the carved numbers, the silent face. For the first time, Leon felt something inside him break, and something else begin. The next day, Leon went to Mr. Benedict's cottage. The old man was outside again, carving something new, golden light on his face. Leon cleared his throat. Sir, why did you give Elsa that watch? Mr. Benedict didn't look up. Because children learn faster with stories. Leon sat on the low stone wall. And what story is that watch telling? Mr. Benedict's knife stopped. He looked at Leon with calm eyes. It says, if you wait for the perfect moment, you will watch your life pass without touching it. Leon's face tightened. I thought I had time. Mr. Benedict nodded as if he had heard that sentence 1,000 times. Everyone does. Until they don't. Leon's voice became smaller. How do you live without regret? Mr. Benedict smiled sadly. You don't. Regret is a scar, but you can stop making new wounds. Leon looked down at his hands. They were rougher now, dirt under the nails, small blisters, small cuts. Proof that time had moved, whether he was ready or not. Mr. Benedict pointed to the fields. That land is teaching you. Not about farming. About life. Leon whispered, I wasted so many mornings. Mr. Benedict's voice softened. Then don't waste the next one. A month later, Hugo was able to sit outside on a chair. His face had more color, but he still looked older, like an autumn tree that had lost some strength. The family sat together in the yard. The evening sun turned everything gold. Marta's hair, Elsa's cheeks, even the dust in the air. Leon brought his father a cup of warm tea. Hugo looked up. You've been working hard. Leon nodded. I should have started earlier. Hugo's eyes searched Leon's face. Tell me what you learned. Leon sat beside him. His voice shook slightly, but he didn't hide it. I learned that time is not a friend you can keep waiting at the gate, Leon said. Time doesn't pause because I'm tired, or lazy, or scared. Marta listened silently, her hands resting in her lap. Leon continued, I used to think I could love my family later, help later, improve later, but later is a thief. Hugo's eyes grew wet. Yes. Leon looked at his mother. Mama, I'm sorry. Marta's lips trembled, and she pulled him into a hug. She didn't speak. But her hug said everything. I'm hurt. I forgive you. Please don't waste your life. Elsa smiled and held up her wooden watch. See? It's working. Leon laughed softly through tears. No, it's not. Elsa shook her head. It is. Because now you're different. Leon took the wooden watch in his hands. It was silent, but he could almost hear something, like the ticking of his own choices. The next morning, Leon woke up before sunrise. He stepped outside. The village was quiet, still sleeping. A soft golden line appeared on the horizon, and the cold air smelled like dew and new beginnings. Leon walked to the field while the world was still half dreaming. He didn't wait for motivation to arrive. He didn't wait for mood, or confidence, or perfect conditions. He simply moved, because he finally understood something simple. Time never comes back. But effort, love, and change, those could begin today. When the sun rose fully, its golden light poured over Elderbrook like a blessing. Leon lifted his shovel, pressed it into the earth, and whispered a promise to himself, "I will not waste the life I've been given." And somewhere behind him, in a small cottage, his family woke to the sound of a new day, one that would not be lost. Because Leon had stopped saying later and started saying now.